YouTube? Welcome back to the Sideline Report, where we got the Week 1 of the 2018 NFL regular season predictions. Football is finally back. Let's get started. First game, we got the Falcons traveling to the defending champion Philadelphia Eagles. No Carson Wentz. Nick Foles has looked kind of rough. I'm going to pick the Falcons in an upset, something along the lines of 28-24. I just don't think the Eagles have enough firepower with Nick Foles after a full offseason to prepare. Next up, we got the Ravens taking on the Bills at home. No A.J. McCarron, no Josh Allen. We got Nathan Peterman coming back. And the Ravens have looked pretty good, so look for the Ravens to win comfortably, something along the lines of 30-10. Next up, we got what might be the game of the week is Jacksonville traveling to the New York Giants. Odell versus Jalen Ramsey. Saxonville versus Eli Manning and Saquon Barkley. However, I think Jacksonville's going to take this one. Blake Bortles is going to look terrible because that's what Blake Bortles does. But I think they'll still win based on their defense, 20-13. Next up, we got the Buccaneers traveling to the division rival Saints without Jameis Winston, led by Ryan Fitzpatrick. The Saints, I think, are a Super Bowl contender this year. They're loaded all over the place. Drew Brees is coming back. I'm thinking 28-10, and that 10 comes in garbage time. I think the Saints will run through the Bucs. Then we got the Houston Texans going to the New England Patriots. Deshaun Watson and J.J. Watt make the returns after missing all of last year, and we'll see how the Patriots bounce back after the Super Bowl loss last year, as well as all the off-season tomfoolery. I think Deshaun Watson's going to be pretty good. He had a really good start of last year's season, but I think going to New England to open up the season is a little too much. I think it'll be ugly with J.J. Watt, Clowney, Merciless all hitting Tom, so it'll probably be something along the lines of 23-17. Next, we got the 49ers traveling to the Vikings. The Vikings made the biggest splash in the offseason, signing Kirk Cousins to a $23 million a year deal. I think this will be the game where Jimmy G experiences his first NFL loss as a starting quarterback. Minnesota's just too loaded. They're at home. And the Niners aren't quite there yet. They lost McKinnon for the season. They don't have a true number one. But I think they will put up points with Jimmy and Shanahan leading the way. We'll go with 35-28. Next up, we got the Tennessee Titans traveling to the Miami Dolphins. I'm not really sure what all the Dolphins have to offer, so I think the Titans are just going to run it down their throat, control the game, play strong defense, win a pretty low-scoring, uneventful game, 17-10. Next, we have the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to the Indianapolis Colts. I'm a big Andrew Luck fan, and I'm excited to see him back. I love his game, and I'm a little nervous coming off the shoulder injury and such a long layoff, though. But the last time we saw him against the 49ers, he looked fantastic. On that same note, the Cincinnati Bengals offense looks like it can be something nice this year. John Ross healthy, stretching the field, A.J. Green being A.J. Green, Tyler Eifert, Andy Dalton looks comfortable. I think this one will turn into a little bit of a shootout, even though the Bengals defensive line will get after Luck, but I'm going to look at something like 38-30, Indianapolis takes it. Next up, we got Cincinnati traveling to the new-look Browns. No Le'Veon could prove to be a problem on this one. James Conner looks pretty good, but Cincinnati's defense is loaded front and back. I still think the Steelers win, but I think it's a lot closer than it should be. Something along the lines of 24-21. Next up, we got the Chiefs traveling to the now Los Angeles Chargers. I still wish it was in San Diego. If there was no injuries on this, if we could do like Madden and switch injuries off, Chargers might be the most talented team in the league. But they've already lost a few starters on the year. I'm still going to give them the win over Kansas City because I'm not sure how Patrick Mahomes will do. He has more weapons than anyone could imagine, but he's still practically a rookie. He's only started one game. We'll go Chargers 24, Chiefs 18. Next up, we got the Seattle Seahawks traveling to the Denver Broncos. It's in Denver, so I'm going to give Denver the nod because while I'm not a Case Keenum fan by any means, I think he'll do just enough to give them the win as that vicious pass rush with Chubb and Von Miller get after Russell Wilson and keep the game kind of lower scoring, 20-18. Denver takes it. If this was in Seattle, I think Seattle wins by 10. Next, we have this Dallas Cowboys traveling to the Carolina Panthers. This was a really good game on paper a couple weeks ago, but Cowboys' offensive line has been pretty beat up so far, And in the preseason, we haven't seen much of their receiving core to be happy about. What we have seen is DJ Moore is the real deal for the Carolina Panthers. He's going to be an outstanding player. Plus Christian McCaffrey in year 2, Cam Newton with a new offensive coordinator. I don't think the Panthers are going to be a super threat this year, but I think they're good enough to take out the Cowboys 27-20. We'll see if Dak can truly spread the ball around like he says he wants to. Next, we got the new-look Washington Redskins led by Alex Smith, traveling to the Sam Bradford-led Cardinals. Sam Bradford's probably going to get hurt this game based on history, so we'll see Josh Rosen coming in. And I think the Redskins can win a few more games than people anticipate with the additions of Alex Smith, Paul Richardson. It hurts not having Darius Geis as a runner, but I think they'll still win this game something along 21-13. And in the Sunday night game, we have the Chicago Bears, now led by Khalil Mack if he plays, going to the healthy Packers with Aaron Rodgers taking snaps. If Khalil Mack had had time to get acclimated, I would like their chance a little bit more. But I think considering he's coming in there on a few days' notice, he's mostly just going to be used as a situational pass rusher. And Aaron Rodgers coming back, I like the new-look Packers defense. I think Jimmy Graham's going to be a huge addition. And the Bears silently had a top 10 level defense last year, and you just added a top 4 defensive player in the league. When they play again later in the year, I think it's going to be a little more interesting. This one being in Green Bay, we'll go Aaron Rodgers and the Packers 28, the Bears 18. And on to the Monday night games. For the first one, we got the New York Jets traveling to the Detroit Lions. The Jets might have found their quarterback in Sam Darnold, and they have a nice young nucleus they're building around on defense with Leonard Williams, Jamal Adams, and crew, Avery Williamson. But Detroit's just too much for them right now. I really like Stafford. Big fan of the Kerryon Johnson pickup. Marvin Jones, Golden Tate. I think they'll be too much and win comfortably 24-13. And in the last game, we got a California battle as the LA Rams travel 15 minutes and take on the Oakland Raiders. I think the Rams they did more in the offseason than anyone else, adding guys like Talib, Peters, Sue, Brandon Cooks, everybody, re-signing Gurley, which was smart on their part. And the Raiders really didn't do much besides add a few guys and like Jordy Nelson, Doug Martin, Martavis Bryant. But Bryant's out of there, and they just got rid of Khalil Mack, and they got nothing to help them right now. I had the Rams winning this one comfortably before the trade. After the trade, look for them to win really easily, 38-28. That's all for this week's NFL picks. Come back again next week. We'll have week 2 predictions. Thank you for tuning in, and if you enjoyed, please subscribe. See you later.